Kathopanishad, verse 13. We are going to be. No, wait. We didn't read the whole thing. Oh yeah. We're in the middle of.
We are on page 100.
Yes. I'm going to just do the prayer and we'll start. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. So we finished this, which was it? Lodged in the innermost recess, that whole 4 paragraphs we finished, and we were at hidden in the cave of the heart. Am I right? That's the marking I had done, huh? Okay. Any volunteer to read? Continue reading. And just to remind you, huh?
I can read.
You can read, very good, Sneha. So just want to remind you that we are on a verse 12, where he talked about that, how a person, dheer person means like a wise person, who has renounced joy and sorrow. And how did he renounce? By recognizing this self, which is, and they are giving you all different indicative definitions, it's called. And we already saw what was Puranam, ancient. Purana hote we भी नवा, because no change उसमें नहीं होता है. We already did that. And the second one we did were lodged in the innermost recess. Means तुम्हारे core में है वो एकदम. And then we saw how the subtle it is. Subtle means ये नहीं कि छोटा सा कोई छुपा हुआ है. Subtle means it's all more pervasive. That's all it means. Subtle means. And then, so now we are going to read from Hidden in the Cave of the Heart. So before we go into it, Swamiji explains that when they talk about heart, it is not that pumping heart that we talk about in the modern, उसको हम लोग heart बोलते हैं, एक machine को हमारी body की. जब हम लोग spiritual heart बोलते हैं, उसमें वो different है. तो वो क्या है कि we have an intellect, we have emotions and we have intellect. So mind and intellect दोनों है. So अगर कोई खाली intellect use करेगा ना, उससे भी भगवान नहीं मिल सकता, बिकॉज वो एकदम प्योर लॉजिक ड्राई हो जाएगा एकदम. ओके खाली इमोशन में बह जाएगा, भक्ति में तो भी नहीं होएगा, बिकॉज वो ओवर इमोशनल होके गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. उसका जब मिक्सचर होता है ना, दोनों का मैरिज होता है और वो एक हारमोनियसली होता है, उसको बोलते हैं स्पिरिचुअल हार्ट. वो वाले पॉइंट से जब तुम्हारा इमोशंस एंड लॉजिक मिलता है साथ में, उस पॉइंट से ना अच्छी भावना उत्पन्न होती है. लव, कंपैशन, all the goody stuff that we all crave for us to have and we want to see in other people, that comes from the spiritual heart. So just keep that in mind, that when they talk about heart, that's what they're talking about. And with that we will read. Sneha, go ahead.
It's an ancient Aryan concept sanctioned by the Vedas and acceptable even today, that in the cave of the heart is the seat of true intelligence. To a modern microscope gazer, whose philosophy rises no higher than the principle of see to believe, this statement may read absurd, for to him intelligence is lodged in the brain. But if we walk from the laboratory to the library, listen to the opinion of great authors of what true intelligence is, we shall even today hear quite a different story. The immortal Shakespeare himself has caricatured more than one of his immortal characters to show that pure intelligence, diverse from the softness of emotions, amount to brutality and villainy.
So yeah, यहाँ पर you saw that firstly when we talk about heart, we think that it's only like left side of our body and all that, but a spiritual heart pervades the whole body. That's one difference. Okay. And the second one he's talking about is that how if intelligence is divorced from the softness of emotions, then it is not a good intelligence at all. So a true intelligence is जिसमें थोड़े emotions भी हों, लेकिन ज़्यादा नहीं, balanced हों. So that's what it is. The whole thing is about balance.
All poets and men of letters, philosophers and thinkers, in short, all, but the matter-of-fact scientists roar in unison that enduring thoughts can bubble up only when an intellect is sweetened by the syrup of the heart.
So everybody understood, right? That the good, all the good comes when there is a mixture of the two. Then it good comes. Huh?
In spiritual self-discovery also, an intellect tempered by the qualities of the heart alone can be of service. And this truth is pointed out by the general acceptance in the Vedas, that intelligence resides in the cave of the heart and self-realization is gained through a controlled application of a happy synthesis of both the head and the heart.
So ये जो spiritual heart है ना, उसको properly develop करना is a main thing for meditation. You know, so we have to develop this, or rather than develop, we have to seek it. All of us have it. That's another thing. It's not like कि हम लोग कुछ बना रहे हैं उसको. हमारा nature ही वो है, मगर उसका imbalance हो गया है हमारा. So we are bringing it in the balance so that we come to that point. And उधर से intuition भी आता है. When we talk about what is intuition, it comes from there. Go ahead.
There Vreshtam, seated amidst miserable surroundings. To an ordinary man steeped in his own delusions and living the life of slavery to his own desires, passions, and loves, ideas, hopes, and ambitions, low negativities as jealousies and hatreds. Indeed, the cave of the heart is even in a medley of maddening thoughts. In the midst of these, the Samasarin's intellect, overworked and exhausted, weary and forlorn, is not at all efficient to ponder over the transcendental truth and the nature of the self. Hence the aptness of this expression.
So there is that one word that I had discussed about. It's called Gavareshtam. And उसको तेजोमयानंद जी ने बोला था कि it is used for a घना जंगल. क्योंकि हमारा वो सबके पास ये spiritual heart होता है. लेकिन उसके ऊपर ये सब प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है ना, जो उन्होंने जो डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया है, you know, own desire, passion, love, hate, ये वो, ambition, negativity, उसके बीच में छुपा हुआ है ये, you know, because our heart is there and that's where the, you know, क्या बोलना चाहिए, ब्रह्मन का expression वहाँ से होता है. And the way this is understood is like you need a medium for the sun's light to reflect. So जो एक एकदम पत्थर ले लो और एक शीशा ले लो, which is a better medium for it to reflect, where you can see the sun. You can see it in the mirror because it's reflecting as it is. That's how our spiritual heart is. It reflects Brahman. But उसके ऊपर ये सब negativities की वजह से, तो what they are trying to tell you, जहाँ पर ये negativities वगैरह वगैरह है ना, उसी के अंदर छुपा हुआ है ये. Now everybody got the whole idea that what they are talking about. And then we discussed it कि अगर snake और rope को आप लोगे, तो आपको snake जहाँ rope है वहीं दिखाई देगी. You know, snake is not going to be seen opposite direction. So the same way Brahman is in the midst of all these things. He's talking about. That's the whole. It's a little bit maybe difficult concept, but if you think about it, वो अपने आप clear हो जाएगा what they are trying to tell you.
नहीं, अपने जो माइंड है, तुम एक जगह तुम अगर ओनली जेलसी और ये लोअर साइड देखोगे तो हायर साइड तुम देख नहीं पाओगे. So that's where you have to use your own vivek, see what you want to see.
True. And so what basically they are trying to do is जहाँ तुमको jealousy वेलेसी होती है ना, उसी के नीचे छुपा हुआ है वो. And then remember I had told you कि एक बार वो श्री रविशंकर ने कितना अच्छा definition दिया कि we all are made of pure love, but what same love when it gets messed up, it becomes like a greed or becomes like an attachment. It's like a विकृत हो गया वो, you know, उसका change हो गया into something negative. That's all it is. Ingredient वही है, लेकिन कोई खीर बनाने की जगह उसने कुछ गलत चीज बना ली तुम्हारी माइंड ने. You know, that's all it is, you know.
If the self is thus incomprehensible and unknowable, does it not amount to declaring that it is impossible to know or to reach this perfection state? And the Indian philosopher is not satisfied by a mere view of life which cannot be realized as a practical subjective experience. In this very stanza, true to the spirit of the Indian thought and practical ambition of the Aryan seekers, Therefore, there is a pointed declaration of a way of life or a technique by which seeker can come to experience this state of perfection, the selfhood or the godhood.
So he's saying, basically he's saying कि अगर ये सब सुन के हम लोग oh my God, is it possible, like हम लोग को मिलेगा या नहीं कभी ये, कभी हम लोग डेवलप कर पाएंगे कि नहीं स्पिरिचुअल हार्ट. सो he's saying कि जो हमारा वैदिक शास्त्र है ना वो रेमेडी पे भी बहुत ज़्यादा ध्यान देता है. ऐसा नहीं कि तुमको बोला हाँ भाई go seek it and they're not telling you what to do. And then whole Bhagavad Gita, you know, I told you that it is jnana and yoga means a path to it. And that उसको कितना ज़्यादा importance दिया उन्होंने path को. So it's going to tell you, and then the next thing is going to come, and I had discussed it, but here we'll do it again. Adhyatma yoga. How do you get to this point? By Adhyatma yoga. So here, go ahead, read.
Adhyatma yoga, the technique of meditation. This is the only place where this word appears in this Upanishad, and so it is very difficult to ascertain what Yama meant by it. As a matter of fact, this is the first occasion in the entire literature of the Upanishads we have mentioned of yoga as a term. Yoga, the word comes with the root yuj, to join or unite. Earliest usage of this root was in the sense of yoke horses, bulls, and so on. It is later on that the word developed into a complete shastra, and today it has the meaning of exertion of discipline, activity of the body. And with references to the mind, it means concentration or control through meditation. Shankaracharya therefore combined both these meanings and says yoga is deep meditation, samadhan, with thoughts withdrawn from external objects.
So you're telling you a very important thing here. History of the word yoga came first time in Kathopanishad when they talked about Adhyatma yoga. And we already know that these days when they talk about yoga in the West, so 90% they're talking about body exercise, asanas. Just asana pe atak gaye bas. But basically यहाँ पर शंकराचार्य जी ने बताया कि it is like a, concentration and control through meditation and all that. So basically the whole idea is connecting to the higher. To me, that's the best definition. Your goal is to connect to the higher, unite with the higher, not even connect. Unite is a rather better word. And anything you do in that, but here they're talking specifically about how to realize that Brahman. So that's why they have the Adhyatma yoga. So Adhyatma yoga ka, if you have to define in 2 sentences, it is withdrawing from the worldly things, connecting to the higher is Adhyatma yoga. And all those yagnas that we talked about, they purify our mind in such a way that we easily connect to it. That's the, whole thing. We are trying to bring Bhagavad Gita here and connect it,
In this initial stage of its career, yoga as used in Kathopanishad indicates a positive meaning of meditation, while in its later history, as in Patanjali Yoga Shastra, it is gained in almost a negative aspect, namely sense suppression and a morbid retirement from bodily activities.
So he's just telling you 2 different approaches. Later on Patanjali, it became more withdrawing and things like that. But here it is more positive. And both are okay, whichever way you want to take it. That's up to you. Both will give you benefit. Either you can take it how, Kathopanishad is saying, or you can take it how Patanjali is saying. Both are okay.
What is this morbid retirement from bodily activities?
Because, usme, like Patanjali mein na, it starts with yam, niyam, control. ऐसा करके start होता है ना सारा. तो इसके लिए, he's just using that language. That it sounds like, ये मत करो, वो मत करो, नहीं, और यहाँ पर वो positive में जा रहे हैं, that you connect to this Brahman, which is like all bliss, all this thing, You see how you can look at it with either way you want? That's what it's saying, yeah.
The impossible is achieved through the process of self-perfection called meditation. Meditation is the process by which a purified mind and therefore a highly concentrated mind is brought to contemplate exclusively upon the nature of the Atma through a total avoidance of the mind wandering into any other object of contemplation. This process of making the mind think solely through an appointed channel of thinking, to the total effective exclusion of all dissimilar thoughts, currents eroding into disturb and muddy the planned channel of thought, can be successful only when the meditator is weaned away from all its gross negativities.
So see here the 2 points that they mentioned, that for meditation you need purified mind and concentrated mind. Any of these two things are lacking, you will not be able to sit in meditation. So that's why Krishna Bhagwan told Arjun, for you karma yoga is better. Why? Because he knew that if he prematurely goes into meditation, he will fail at it. So if we are not able to sit in meditation, then that means we need to purify our mind more and we need to make it more concentrated.
Such a successful meditator, meditating long upon the nature of truth as evident within himself, in the sacred spirit of his practices, comes to gain an intimate subjective experience of Godhood. Though the ordinary means and methods of getting our day-to-day objective knowledge are not available in seeking or knowing or realizing truth, there is a special method by which we can develop our powers of intuition, which are now lying dormant in us beneath the thick layers of our own patterned incrustations, and by which we can experience the Atma. This technique of communion with the self is the exact significance of the word Adhyatma Yoga here.
So he just reminding you that जो worldly knowledge हम लोग जिस method से gain करते हैं ना, वो यहाँ पर चलता नहीं है. It is a totally different method, and the method is that it's a subjective science, and purity of mind is everything. And then what we are trying to get out to is it is lying dormant in us, this thing. And because of the thick incrustation, हमने उसके ऊपर लेयर डाल दिया ये सब चीज़ों की, negativities की, हम वहाँ तक पहुँचने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. That's all it is. और जितना हम negativity निकालते जाएंगे वो अपने आप उभरता जाता है अपने आप ही. It's not like we try to gain something. It is you just keep removing और वो shine होता जाएगा अपने आप. I think it's amazing if you think about it that way. You really don't need to do any special practice or anything, It's just purity of mind somehow you have to gain.
Yeah, the more pure you're becoming, the more you'll connect with yourself.
Yes.
And yourself is the Atma only. And
yes,
so,
there you go. Yeah.
And that's what
the whole journey is about, right? That's what they're talking about. Yeah.
If truth is so subtle, the process so very complicated, the chances so rare, the percentage of success so meager, then is it not sheer madness to renounce and to go into a quiet cave in some Himalayan jungle to suffer privations, to starve out the body, and to keep vigil over mere fantastic ideas, unrealizable and imperceptible? Is it not far better to live here, sweating and toiling, weeping and sobbing, sighing and laughing, dancing and reveling? To one who asks these questions, there is no real answer. If he is so low as to be nothing more than a two-legged animal, not even the crudest of religions dares to serve such a low worm man. How then can Brahma Vidya, which is the last textbook in religion, meant to guide a full man to the very state of godhood, cater to the worm man? But if the questioner is the one who has lived life intelligently and has come to the sane conclusion that even the best that it can give is but the hornet's nest of imperfections, sure to provide endless sorrows and pains, to him is the Upanishad addressed. And it is to such sadhaks or aspirants that we have here in this stanza a declaration of the result gained when the Adhyatma Yoga is pursued and the realization of the self is attained. The text says that such one renounces with both joy and grief.
So I know it's such a long paragraph with so many long sentences. Basically, it's telling you that a person who has lived the life and realized कि मैं संसार में कितना भी कुछ क्यों न पालूं, it is going to be just the hornet's nest imperfection. meaning a large amount of worldly activities, constantly busy, एंड में कुछ सेटिस्फैक्शन कुछ मिलता नहीं है. जिसको ये मालूम पड़ गया है ना, वो ही इसके लिए रेडी है. Just like Nachiketa was. Okay? Because it's like, but if some people you meet and they say, what are you talking about other life, before life? This is the only life. खाओ पियो मजा करो. उन लोगों के लिए नहीं है ये उपनिषद फिर. Let them be in that hornet's nest, But the one who's come to that realization that there is something beyond उनके लिए है. That's basically उसका gist वही है.
या थोड़ा तो कुछ रियलाइजेशन होना चाहिए, तभी तो तुम इस पाथ पर भी वॉक कर सकते हो. नहीं तो you would be.
That's why some people they start something and then they just give up. Or like the other classic thing is जरा सा कुछ negative हुआ life में, वो कौन भगवान जी. I don't care. So then उनके लिए नहीं है फिर वो.
The emanation hall of samsara is stacked with the pairs of opposites.
द्वंद्व बोलते हैं ना हिंदी.
Dvandvas. Such as heat and cold, joy and sorrow, success and failure, praise and insult, and so on. The self-perfect saint or sage in this experience, godliness and knowledge becomes the very elimination or the knower of the opposite states of the mind, and thus becomes a mere onlooker or witness of the varied experiences of life. He thus rises, as it were, above the tyranny and persecution of the moment-to-moment experiences in life, and thus is the glory of a God-man who comes to live and bless the world by his mere presence.
So he's telling you that last part of this verse where he talked about that a Dheer Purush. I think there is some noises are coming anyway. Last part is कि जो इस पे realize कर लेता है ब्रह्मन को, वो द्वंद्व से ऊपर उठ जाता है. Then he just becomes an observer, a witness. It's like he knows that this is all happening in Prakriti. You can apply it the way you want now because we have learned all that in Bhagavad Gita also. That everything belongs to the Prakriti. फिर वो उससे affect नहीं होता, वो transcend कर लेता है. The thing doesn't go away, like we talked about it. You likes and dislike, you don't come under the sway, you can call it, or you transcend them. And they are there. He's very much part of the world. He can be a sadhu in a jungle, or he can be sitting in a cave, or he can be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. That does not matter, but he rises above these things. Duality. He may be doing all the worldly stuff.
Easy to say, but it's very difficult to do.
अगर स्नेह if it was easy तो हम लोग इतना स्टडी क्यों करते, और वो बुद्ध भगवान बैठते क्यों ट्री के नीचे कई वर्षों तक. But it is an interesting journey too. That's how I look at it. That the more we kind of start believing in it, it helps us in our life. शुरू में बहुत doubts होता है, बहुत ये होता है. Once you start immersing more into it, it does. Like Swamiji says, the self-realization एकदम से नहीं होता. It's like a flower that slowly opens. You cannot take a kali and say, oh, open it now and start doing that. वो बिखर जाएगी. But, पता भी नहीं चलता है, धीरे धीरे होता है. I mean, that's how I felt when I started my study group. In the beginning, I used to be a lot more agitated, this, that. Then it becomes a little better. I'm not saying, everything goes away suddenly and all, but your threshold becomes a little better. Yeah.
Isn't it true that your feeling of the opposites, joy and sorrow, slowly, the effect decreases?
Yeah.
It's a whole process.
Yeah, true. So, and, the person who is like self-realized, sometimes it's hard to judge them because when in their world with the other people and all that, they will behave like them. But inside their psyche is totally different than ours. That's what is the main thing, that how do you feel in the deep in your own heart? That's where you feel the change. ऊपर से तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, नो. So it is 12. What we can do is, instead of starting anything new, I can stop here. We can have 10-15 minutes of discussion. Huh? Does it sound fine? And then I will close at 12:15. Any question on this though?
No, just to comment. I was
sure.
thinking we have spent years and years on our education, from childhood, kindergarten onwards. इतने साल पढ़ाई करी है just to be whatever we wanted to do in life. तो अब we are at that stage जहाँ और कुछ साल पढ़ाई कर ले to achieve what is really of value. This will not come easily, but we can devote that time now.
Yeah, you can devote more time for sure now.
We can.
Yeah.
And then we should be willing to devote that time now, because this is a different kind of education, and I think much, much more valuable than the earlier education that we received. I'm just thinking that now.
See, one of the very important thing about Bhagavad Gita is that, in the beginning when Arjun became grief-stricken, right? So कृष्ण भगवान ने उसको हाईएस्ट नॉलेज सबसे पहले दी, एंड देन उसका एनालिसिस ये है कि जो ग्रीफ होता है ना हमारा, ये वर्ल्डली एजुकेशन से नहीं जाता है, राइट? कितना भी हम पीएचडी कर ले, कुछ भी कर ले, हमारा ग्रीफ नहीं जा सकता उससे. ग्रीफ खाली आत्मज्ञान से ही जाता है. उसका वैल्यू है ये.
तो इसीलिए मैंने कहा कि उस एजुकेशन में इतना टाइम लगाया लाइफ में, अब इस एजुकेशन में भी लगाना चाहिए, या लग जाए तो अच्छी है.
जो आप जो बोल रहे हो ना, तो पहले जो गुरुकुल का कॉन्सेप्ट होता था ना, वो उनको दोनों शिक्षा दी जाती थी साथ में. एंड आई टेल यू, इट इज एज साइंटिफिक मेथड एज इट कैन बी. कि तुम उसको वर्ल्ड, ये नहीं कि भाई खाली अध्यात्म में बेटर हो, दुनिया भी तो चलानी है. सो वो लोग को सारी कलाएं सिखाते थे. इनफैक्ट व्हेन आई वेंट टू दैट कृष्ण भगवान वे गुरुकुल में, उन्होंने वहाँ 64 दिनों में 64 विद्याएं ली. तो वो 64 विद्याएं दी हुई है, उसमें सब कुछ है. खाना बनाना आना चाहिए, सिलाई करनी आनी चाहिए, संगीत आना चाहिए. ये नहीं कि भाई खाली अध्यात्म पढ़ ले, अध्यात्म योग कर ले. नो नो नो, टू लिव इन द वर्ल्ड यू नीड टू नो ऑल दैट, बट यू नीड टू नो दिस ऑल्सो. So, अगर एक ideals देखें ना, in fact, the Chinmaya Mission has started a university now in India. And the whole idea is this, that to give them Vedic education and the worldly thing side by side. But
and also education से ही नहीं सब कुछ हो सकता है. Even कितने भी अपन ये भागवत गीता 10 दफे पढ़ लो, but the main thing is अपन को मनन करना चाहिए, and we have to reflect every day कि अपने actions आज क्या हुए थे. How we can improve ourselves. That is more important now in this stage of our life.
Yes, and that is part of the way, this whole Vedic thing, and it is coming in the next verse. Whatever Sneha said, that's exactly what is coming. Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasan. And they have used 3 different words for it, but the idea is exactly the same. Because this particular education requires all 3. Otherwise, what Sneha is saying, you can become a pandit and give discourses and hold the classes and all that, but it doesn't become your own nature then. वैसा भी होता है. So if you want truly to kind of get this, then you have to do that mananam. Mananam is a huge part of it. True. Anybody else wants to share any thought?
Sneh, while you are there, let me wish you a very happy birthday.
Oh, it is Sneh's birthday today. Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
And Kamla's also.
Happy birthday, Kamla's also. Kamla, happy birthday.
Oh, really? Kamla ji has a new granddaughter also. It's very cute.
Home today. Kamla's your birthday today. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's have a party.
It's not yours. Chal Jhuti.
तो मीरा मनाओ, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? उनको केक, स्नेह को और कमला को केक खिला रहे हो, मुझे भी खिला दो.
वो तो अकेले थोड़ी ना खाएंगे, सब मिलकर ही खाएंगे.
हाँ तो स्नेह अपना केक काटो, हमें आधा दे दो.
एनी टाइम.
देखो देखो, कमला ने तो हलवा बनाया है.
Oh, how
Oh
lovely.
wow, it's too bad that we are.
Much. I don't believe in cake much white flour, so I made halwa this morning.
ठीक है, हम सारे
हलवा खाओ, मजे बर्थडे मनाओ.
मेरी ग्रैंड डॉटर केक की
I
आटे
wish
से
we were
बनाती है.
meeting in person, तो जरूर हलवा खाते आज.
नहीं हलवे के लिए we can do drive by हलवा.
Neelu ji always has a very good idea.
Yes, most welcome. अभी देखिए, मैं दिखाती हूँ मैंने कितना घी बनाया है. Look at this. Can I show you?
हाँ, show it. That's
हाँ,
fine.
दिखाओ please. We
Oh
want
my
to see.
God.
Oh.
What?
Wow.
दुकान खोलनी है क्या कमला जी?
all this tea I did today.
ये घी किस लिए बनाया है इतना सारा?
हलवे में डालने के लिए.
बहू को खिलाएगी ना,
बहू को खिलाऊंगी, और मैं सारी कुकिंग घी में ही करती हूँ. हमारे घर में सिर्फ घी यूज होता है. We don't use any oil except frying.
You know, I have started using ghee for 1 year for all my cooking, and मेरे टेस्ट रिजल्ट्स जो आए हैं ब्लड के, वो डॉक्टर कहता है कोलेस्ट्रॉल बढ़ गया है तुम्हारा.
But
I don't know if it is because of ghee. Seriously, I mean that. I just want to
अच्छा, रिमेम्बर मीरा जी, मैंने क्या बोला कि जब आहार का होता है, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू बी बैलेंस्ड.
हाँ.
डोंट ओवरडू एनीथिंग फॉर गॉड्स सेक. इवन जैसे कि
That's
इवन पंजाब में लेके मेरा जब
मात्रा कम डालो बस.
या सी हम लोग की एक्टिविटी कम है ना. सुनो, अगर जो एक इंसान खेत में काम करता है पूरा सुबह से शाम फिजिकल, वो पचा लेगा उसको इतना बड़ा सारा घी दोगे तो. घी इज वेरी गुड, ओके, डोंट मिसअंडरस्टैंड मी. इनफैक्ट माई हस्बैंड विल टेल यू टू. घी का पूरा एक लेक्चर दे देंगे वो, कितना उसमें मतलब तेरा ब्रेन के लिए भी बहुत अच्छा है उसमें. सो घी इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, बट रिमेंबर, लिसन टू योर बॉडी, लुक एट योर एक्टिविटी, according to that you have. So if you are overdoing on ghee, you can definitely make it less. Don't completely reject it, don't overdo it. And
the
if
main
it,
thing is increase your activity. That's the key to good health.
and even Kamla ji, you keep saying increase the activity. Some people have the opposite problem. They won't sit down. To them we cannot say that. So आप जो बोलते हो वो भी एक बहुत बैलेंस रूप में लेना पड़ेगा. आप किससे बात कर रहे हो उसको पूछो. अगर वो उसकी ही इज अ वेरी डल पर्सन, यू नो, कोई बहुत ही तामसिक होके बैठा हो कि भाई उठ ही नहीं रहा है बेड से, उसको बोलो एक्टिविटी करने को. फिर जब बहुत ज़्यादा एक्टिविटी हो जाती, नो यू सिट डाउन एंड मेडिटेट नाउ, इनफ फॉर रनिंग अराउंड यू डिड. सो देन तामसिक में सात्विक में जाओ. सॉरी, तामसिक से राजसिक में, राजसिक से सात्विक में.
That's why our rishis emphasized that get up in the morning, do your adhyatma first thing in the morning, so that whole day your activities are guided by that positive energy. Whatever you do, then it becomes karam yoga for you. So that adhyatmic yoga is very, very important. That meditation is very important in the morning. In all our shastras, it has been emphasized that do that in the morning and then be busy whole day. But then your intellect will be guided towards that positive thing of life. Nobody can be as busy as I am. But
Kamla ji, you want me to tell you the truth? I have not met one person in America who says I'm not busy. You know?
yeah,
So
I-
we cannot, and you know, like everybody has 24 hours in their life,
I know.
and then everybody fills it up with what they want to do. But
Yeah.
one of the problem is, so हम लोग को ये वहम हो जाता है कि मैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा busy हूँ. No, everybody has the same thing, but they fill it up with different things. You know?
yeah,
That's a way of thinking that we have to develop, that, hey, you know, what am I want to do with my 24 hours? Some people like too much. And if you are very, very active, like in America, that is a problem that the new generation has. They cannot wind down because they may not be doing physical, but whole time their mind is engaged in 5 different activities in the phone.
yeah.
So then they need to learn that not to give up that and just maybe just go sit down somewhere under a tree or something for 15-20 minutes. It becomes imperative for them not to run around with this their own physical run around नहीं है, if you think about it. Mind से run around कर रहे हैं.
Yeah.
और एक जमाना था जो हम लोग फिजिकली रन अराउंड करते थे बहुत, you know. In fact, when I joined the Chinmaya mission, that's what our teacher said. Whole time, you know, one pole से दूसरे pole पे भाग रहे हो काय के लिए, you know. So sit down a little bit. So these whatever statements we make, we cannot make general statements because it depends on where you are in your life, what kind of balance you have to create in yourself, you know.
I agree with Uma that you should try to do nothing. And when you don't do anything, the universe will drive you what you are supposed to do. And that is the right thing for you. And which is not same as for the other person.
And that's why you sit in the morning. That's why you sit in the morning, do nothing. Just
No, morning I'm sleeping.
See, मैं बात बताऊं, ये मॉर्निंग की जो आप बोल रहे हो ना, मेरी जो आचार्य थी ना, she was very practical also. तो she said कि I know the शास्त्र में बोलते हैं कि भाई सुबह मेडिटेशन करना चाहिए. समझो कोई एक हाउस वाइफ है, उसको 20 काम है सुबह, and she just cannot sit in the morning because she has 20 different duties. Everybody depending on her. It's perfectly all right to do it at night before you go to sleep. Okay?
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So then there is no like, and if suppose middle of the day you get the time. Some people are working and okay, I have 1 hour of lunch, and out of that 1 hour I'm going to take 15 minutes out. So you in Bhagavad Gita also the practicality is there. You know, ये नहीं है कि भाई you must do this or you must do that. No, look at your own life. Find a half an hour to sit down somewhere and do it. For me, the best time is when I go on the beach. When my husband wants to walk, I go sit down, you know, on the sand. And that is like 4:35.
Also, when you are doing nothing, time is irrelevant. In other words, 24 hours you have the same time. So it is not like it is morning or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. And it really works, I'm telling you. But when your time comes, you'll be able to do that. So anyway, then I had a couple of more things I wanted to talk.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So one is I finished my book.
Oh, congratulations! Wow.
Now it's ready. So I'm now going to go to the next stage of editing. The third thing is...
You did fast.
No, not fast. It was almost there. It's just Hindi I was doing.
When did it finish, Joe?
I finished yesterday. I gave it for a review to somebody.
Yesterday.
They pointed out, and
Okay.
they pointed out that these things you have to rearrange. So I ended up rearranging that, and I used this Grammarly program to find all the errors I had. So it's kind of done.
So I want to tell you one interesting thing, Joe. Remember, I was working on the translation for over a year, 13-14 months हो गया उसको. My part got finished yesterday also.
Oh, great.
So that is some. and Darshana Ben, said, oh, you she was very happy that I said Purna Huti hui meri. The other people are still working on it. But,
Doing good to us.
huh?
And also one more thing. Last week, remember I told you some time ago I've been watching this Radha Krishna music I'm listening.
Yes.
This program on TV called Radha Krishna. So there's a dialogue between Radha and Krishna. And I was really having an experience with that. And that experience reached the peak last week when I actually got lost. It was not the Radha part, but the Krishna part, it was only one part. And I don't know how to explain that because you can only feel it, you cannot tell it about it. Like initially I had the Radha part, then I had the both part. And they both go together actually, So, and it's all in the music. That's wonderful.
The link of this Radha Krishna thing.
It is. Are you talking about the one that is like that they are showing them as young? The Radha Krishna करके नाम है उसका.
This is on YouTube. You told me that there's a program which they are doing every week. They do.
Yeah, they're doing it on Hotstar पे आता है वो. It's called Radha Krishna. अभी भी चल रहा है. Yeah.
But the music is so good. And
अब लिंक भेज देना YouTube का.
YouTube पे जाओ ना, Radha Krishna.
बस वही लिखना है. Okay.
Then you will see it. But you have to feel the music. It's so amazing, and the words are so good. And because it's Viraya involved in that, which I think started long time ago with my other thing I watched, which was the Bandis Bandit. Remember, there was a Viraya thing.
It was a nice one episode, yeah.
Yeah, there's a music Viraya song, you know. And
So, Joe, there are a lot of them. There are a lot of YouTube videos on Radha Krishna.
oh yeah, right. So you have to find the right.
I think they all are looking for the one you liked.
when Krishna is going.
भेज देना जो. एक link भेजना, then we can watch it.
No, when Krishna is going to Mathura and Radha is sad, and she said, I'm going to miss you. And he's saying that you are not going to miss me because I'm within you. And also, they are beautiful words, you know.
Yeah,
I saw one episode which I'm going to send you all. They're saying actually Radha and Krishna actually married. When Krishna and then Brahma ji ne unki शादी कराई थी.
right. Oh.
There's a Banki or some
Marriage
garden is there in Vrindavan. And बोले उसी garden में आप जा सकते हो. Only if you were present at that time 5,000 years ago. And only those people can go to that garden, it seems. So I'm going to send you all that video. जैसे वो actually Brahma ji ने
they have made a lot of stories, but really what they are talking about is not the physical world. It is the spiritual love world.
Yeah, that's
Like love is everywhere we say, and that's why I was asking the question, what is love? And everybody explained. But these were dutiful love you were talking about, nothing to do with the love.
you're talking
So
about the
that is the one you
pure unconditional love you're talking about. That we have to go beyond.
When you hear that, you feel that.
I see.
In fact, one of the small video they had, she's playing the flute, and the flute changes to Krishna is playing the flute. And it's so amazing the way they did the transition between her and the tune is the same, but they play from one to another, you know. So it's really
Yeah, I've watched the whole series and I'm still watching it. And it has a double meaning, like you're saying. There are a lot of worldly stories and all that, but underneath it, it's a pure love
Yeah,
story.
right.
Yeah, that's how it is.
but they have done it very beautifully because they have kept the
Who is the director? Who is the one?
oneness of the Christian.
I don't know who the
Universalness
director
of
is. Yeah, but the people who played this Radha and Krishna, they look so amazing. And I think what they said was that they copied this Hare Krishna में जो मूर्ति होती है ना, उसका जो personification किया उन्होंने उनके मतलब श्रृंगार में.
बहुत ही बढ़िया. I never felt like that before. I mean, I watched so many things, but this was done probably very timely because one of the chapter of mine is Krishna and love, so I added that in there. Anyway, so
Okay, I think that मेरा time हो गया unfortunately. तो
आपका शॉर्ट लगना है दूसरा.
हाँ.
अच्छा, गुड लक.
Thank
उसके
you.
बाद तो 2 दिन गड़बड़ होगी.
Yeah, I'll see क्या होता है. पहले मैं मेरे को
What you should do, no? What I did yesterday was I was just moving my arm when I was waiting for the 15 minutes.
I see.
तो उसमें पेन नहीं होगा.
मुझे पहले वाले में काफी कम रिएक्शन हुआ है तो अभी
पहले में बहुत कम होता है.
अच्छा सेकंड में ज्यादा होता है.
And you may not have any reaction.
Yeah, I didn't have any reaction. So that's everybody doesn't get.
But anyway, the next class is after 1 week.
Guys, bye.
Bye.
Bye everybody. Hari Om.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.